In the headlines, the United Workers' Party takes to the city's streets in a series of peaceful protests. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit advises party supporters to refrain from acts of violence this election season, and one of Dominica's premier hotels celebrates a milestone anniversary. I'm Kadisha Sentwe with the Channel 5 News, back with the details after this.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Thanks for staying with us. First up, the United Workers' Party took to the streets of Roseau on Monday in a series of peaceful protests. This action was announced by opposition leader Lennox Linton during a press conference last week. Mr. Linton says the party has been left with no choice but to embark on the protests and other action in an effort to get a response from government on the alleged $1.2 billion of missing CBI funds. The first gathering took place on Victoria Street.
Our letter has been delivered to the President's office. First of all, I was advised that I should wait on the Secretary who would come to receive it, because we had no appointment with the President. And then they changed their mind, and I think the Secretary changed her mind, and so the police officers at the gate received the letter to take to the President. We are now going to the police headquarters. We're going to walk up Turkey Lane.
The crowd then gathered outside the police headquarters on Bath Road and subsequently marched to the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard to gather outside the courthouse. The United Workers' Party is hopeful that this move will lead government to account for the alleged $1.2 billion missing CBI funds. In more top stories, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has called on party supporters to refrain from acts of violence this election season. His call during the launching of DLP candidate for the Roseau Valley, Dr. Irving McIntyre, on Sunday.
Let us stay focused. And I want to say to you, there will be attempts by the opposition to engage you in confrontation. Let us walk away. There is no need for us to engage anyone in any confrontation. We have been and we shall continue to be a party of peace and love. Do not engage in any argument. If you cannot discuss with somebody, walk away and go home and sleep.
Mr. Skerrit also had words of caution for the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force.
And while I do not get involved in the management of the police force, I urge the police to be in a restrained manner, because there will be attempts to create mayhem in our country, looking for bloodshed. I do not want any kind of bloodshed in our country, ladies and gentlemen. We are focusing on building lives and rebuilding a new Dominica. That is our preoccupation.
In other developments, Minister for Climate Resilience has hailed the country's recovery process 2 years after Hurricane Maria. Joseph Isaac, who was speaking at the official opening of independence celebrations over the weekend, says Dominica's rate of recovery and determination to be the world's first climate-resilient country continues to gain interest from the international community.
Dominica has been in the world spotlight since the passage of Hurricane Maria 2 years ago. We continue to be so, especially given the fact that the efforts and pace of our recovery have surpassed all expectations. And we are now the envy of the world. We are being looked upon as a model of resilience, and the whole world is watching as we pursue a development path to make Dominica the first climate resilient nation in the world.
Mr. Isaac says the time in which it took the country to get back on its feet is nothing short of a miracle.
As the Palrep for Roseau Central, that what we have experienced in Dominica after Maria, we should call it an economic miracle. We have actually seen it manifested in right before our eyes, where we have actually cleared up the country, developed the country, and investment is actually rolling across the country. And if you look at Roseau, you'll see Roseau is very clean. For that, I would like to commend the Honorable Prime Minister, the members of Cabinet, and all Dominicans who have come together to ensure that we have reached where we reached today, that we can all be proud as Dominicans.
In more news, the Fort Young Hotel is recognizing 30 individuals as part of its 30th anniversary celebrations. At a press conference on Monday, Chairman and CEO of GEMS Holding Limited, Gregor Nassif, stated this 30-year observance is one of great importance.
It's very important for a company, whether we are celebrating 3 years or 30 years or 60 years, you're really celebrating the people. The people who work for the companies, the persons that founded and also invested, the clients who you serve, your patrons, your partners, your suppliers.
Nassif gave details into some of the celebration activities.
As a part of the celebrations that we have planned, we have a very special night, which I think is the 23rd of November. Am I correct? 23rd, where we are going to try our best to identify and select the 30 most important people in Fort Young's 30-year history, and to thank them, and to recognize them, and to celebrate. And these people will be staff, management, shareholders, partners, clients, and persons who have really made the Fort Young what it is.
New general manager of the Fort Young Hotel, Jose Aberu, thanked his staff for their years of service and shared that it is the hotel's goal to be the standard of hospitality in Dominica.
We have a lot to come, and we are bringing a lot more to Dominica because we want to continue to be the reference in hospitality when we are receiving people, when Dominicans are thinking into building a career in hospitality. We want to be the reference on that career for you and for our customers and visitors.
The Fort Young Hotel management and staff reaffirmed their commitment to Dominica and its people. You're watching the Channel 5 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Si ou ni maladie HIV et bien maladie sexuelle, si ou pas protéger corps là ou ka ni sexe avec plusieurs monde, ça ka mette la vie ou en gros danger. Ou ka exposer toute partenaire au poison et que ça qui ka vini avec maladie. Servi yo condom chaque fois ou ka ni sexe. Changer qui est important pour découvrir maladie à bonheur ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Pour responsabilité, protéger corps et puis les autres. Examiner corps. Aider du bout si même maladie HIV et l'autre maladie sexuelle.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Welcome back. Plans are on the cards to transform the Roseau Valley into the tourism capital of Dominica. Andrea Louis has that story.
That's among the many development plans of DLP hopeful for the Roseau Valley constituency, Dr. Irvin McIntyre. During his launching over the weekend, McIntyre said upgrades will be made to the many tourist sites in the Roseau Valley and branding of this tourism product is the way to go.
Focus will be placed on enhancing the current capacity of the sites, which includes the expansion and construction of new viewing platforms and holding areas. There will also be further development of walking trails. Renewable energy will be introduced at the facilities on all sites, thereby building resilience whilst reducing the carbon footprint of the valley. In fact, a solar system to power the Trafalgar Falls has already been procured. Our ultimate goal of tourism in the Roseau Valley is the development of our own brand, where all tourism-related products and services will be branded with our own logo and tagline in an effort to bring more visibility.
Another the plans McIntyre has for the Roseau Valley is continued development of the road network.
In my term as your parliamentary representative, I will ensure that the ongoing road projects such as Cochrane Highway, Watton-Waven Road, Mount Prosper Road and the drainage system phase 2 and also the Cocktail Road drainage system will be completed on time. In Loda, I will ensure complete rehabilitation of the Dare Bycard Road and Middle East Link Road. And in Cochrane, the complete rehabilitation of the side roads, including the Zokole Road. Also, the complete rehabilitation of the road to Middleham Falls from Cochrane. And with the new highway to Cochrane and completion of the road from Cochrane to the Middleham Falls, we can just imagine the economic development and tourism activity for that particular village. In Watton-Waven, I will ensure complete rehabilitation of the Cowtown Road and the by-roads to the Plainfield and Tikwe Glosho. For the village of Mount Prosper, complete rehabilitation of the back road and other side roads, making transportation within the village more efficient.
Dr. McIntyre also plans to enhance the agriculture, education and sports sectors in the Roseau Valley.
An appeal to the public to embrace the country's unique culture and heritage. Here's Andrea Louis with that story.
Minister for Tourism and Culture Robert Tong made the statement when speaking at the official opening of the 2019 independence celebrations over the weekend.
We are marking the celebrations of 41 years of independence with the theme, saluted resilience and rejuvenation 2 years on. Let us therefore celebrate in the hope that we will endeavor to bring our unique talents, skills, and shine on the great nation, and the people to salute those who have given their best efforts in the rebuilding and rejuvenation of our nation. Tonight, brothers and sisters, the opening of independence gives us a chance to showcase the best of our creative talents in Buyo and Cadence, music, song, dance, the blowing of the conch shell, and other performing skills.
Mr. Tong reiterated government's commitment to investing in the country's culture for greater exposure to the regional and international markets.
As a government, we have invested much financial and human resources into the preservation and development of the arts and culture, providing support through the Cultural Division, the Dominica Festival Committee, the Ministry of Commerce, DEXIA, and other public agencies to assist creators in producing better quality products and helping them to get into the wider region to expose themselves and their art forms. We will continue to work with our artists and to support them to take them to world-class standards.
The ministry sees the incorporation of Dominica's culture as a means to build a more resilient tourism industry.
As we celebrate our independence, we want to also recommit ourselves to building a stronger and more robust link between tourism and culture, promoting these elements of our rich heritage, including our dynamic music, dance, art and craft, cuisine, agricultural produce, and certainly our Creole language and heritage. These indispensable parts of our island's history and heritage will be utilized more fully in the realization of a more resilient tourism industry.
The theme for Dominica's 41st anniversary of independence is Saluting Resilience and Rejuvenation 2 years on. Andrea Louis, Channel 5 News.
And finally, Dominica said to be ahead of other countries in combating plastic pollution. Manager of the Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation, Florian Mitchell, believes that Dominica is leading the pack when it comes to other countries in the fight against plastic pollution. Speaking exclusively to Channel 5 News last week, Mitchell described the measures put in place by other Caribbean countries.
I know in Trinidad one time there was this institution that collects those material. I know there is a recycling component that Swim Call has implemented in Trinidad. I know in Barbados you have private entities. Barbados have what you call a returnable act, whereby, for example, a particular commercial entity, let's say Coca-Cola or Fruta, they would engage a private entity to collect the material on their behalf, and that person will recycle, whether shred or export. So under the returnable act, those are some of the activities that is done to ensure that that material is managed properly. So I know Trinidad through SimCall, they have the system in place. I know Barbados, and what we're doing from at the home level with collecting.
Not only has Dominica placed a ban on single-use plastic, but the measures put in place to deal with this waste material is above par.
We have two specialized equipment that we use to collect, as I was saying, plastic waste. And those equipment was donated to us through the Swiss government, whereby we have designated days and time for the collection of your plastic-based material. And when that material is collected from your home, you as a resident, you're supposed to separate your plastic, your glass, and your cans. A collection equipment comes to your community. When that material is collected, it is not dumped into the general waste area on the landfill. It is stored at another location. So from a Dominica perspective, where our plastic waste in terms of our PET is concerned, we have a separate collection system that collects that from the residents. And it does not really end up in our general waste stream.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
To end the news, the headlines once again. The United Workers' Party takes to the city streets in a series of peaceful protests. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit advises party supporters to refrain from acts of violence this election season. And one of Dominica's premier hotels celebrates a milestone anniversary. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You can also access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Felicia Sefwi, and to all our viewers around the world, thank you for watching and join us tomorrow.